Here we go.
Next, we'll be looking at loading up the film cartridge. To do that, we need to just put the camera here on its top side so you can see it. Okay, here we have the film back. To open the film back, what we need to do is come to this open-close switch here. Okay, C standing for close, the O standing for open. There's actually a lock on this, so we need to flick up this metal spring here. That's the way, right there. And then we can pop down that towards open, and that will just pop the clip, and we can open up the back here. Okay. So next we have our film cartridge. This actually comes out, it can be removed, and then it sort of reveals our dark slide sitting here. Okay. Now that's really important that that stays in there, because that blocks and stops any dust or debris getting inside the mirror system and into the inside of the lens, and also blocks light from, well, coming through the lens and then hitting our film once it's loaded up. So I'm just going to drop that back in for the time being. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is move the spool, the spare spool, over to the right hand side. This is because I've got a new roll of film here, unexposed film. This is going to load in here, wind around the back of this and come into this spool here. Okay, so first of all, we're going to just move this across. Now to do that, we need to just push down on these metal switches, or like springs here, and that's going to give us the ability to pop that out, and do the same on this side. As you can see on the spool, there's these notches which then sit into the metal clips on the top side there, and that should, there we go, pop in. Okay, if you're unsure, just give it a little spin, make sure that doesn't come out, and if that sort of rotates smoothly, then you know you're good to go. So next, we're going to take our film. I've already taken this out of the box. We've got a Pan F50 here, and again, I'm going to push down there on the sort of spring-loaded clip, and then slot the film in like so. Okay, that's good. Right, I'm just going to lift this out for the time being. Okay, so I'm going to just pull the tab and wind it around. Okay, we want to make sure that the dark side, the black side here, is facing you. Wrap it all the way around, and this is where we're going to just slip the tab into the center there, wrap that around, and then just wind it around until we start to get some tension. Okay, you would have noticed here on the other side where the film is, we've got this black arrow. It's really important that we line this black arrow with the white arrow tab there. Okay, so once that's now wrapped and folded into the spool, that black arrow is lined up, I can then close the film back. Okay, pop that up to close, drop down the lock there, and that's not opening. Okay, so that's in. Next, what we need to do is, looking here, currently it says S in the marker here. We need to wind on the film loader until we get to the first frame. Okay, so I'm going to wind that on now. There we go. It's actually stopped. I can't wind it on anymore, and we've got 1 in the menu there. We let that flip back, and now we're ready to shoot our first frame.